Welcome, I'm Andrew Hooper, the founder of Breakthrough to Thrive and principal of Hooper Financial and Hooper Insurance Services. Today's topic is this: running away from problems always makes them worse. This is the Daily Breakthrough. You know, it's funny because I have been at this game of self-improvement, personal development, leadership development for like 15 years. At least in the capacity in which I recognized it. I was doing leadership development before that. I just didn't really know it, right? I was captured in the sense of the working world that I was in. It wasn't until I was self-employed that I started to realize, oh my gosh, I've got to work on this leadership development and self-improvement and everything. But the reality is that before that, I was still doing that type of work. I just wasn't really conscious of what it was that the people around me were trying to develop within me, right? So what's interesting though is that even through all of that, I still find these moments every now and then where I want to run away from my problems, even though I know that heading them on, confronting them like right away is the best resolution. Like 99% of the time, it's going to be better to address those problems and concerns immediately as opposed to running away from them. See, recently, in the last year, I've had relationship challenges with my parents, right? We all have that. There's times where we all have that, I believe, or at least in some capacity. It might be when you're younger, it might be when you're older, but the reality is that it exists, right? And in a sense, I didn't want to confront the problem because it just felt uncomfortable. And so for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, I was running away from it, pretending that it didn't exist and yet having it sit over me all the time, right? Totally unnecessary, but that's what I did. And at the same time, I think that they had some challenges and frustrations too that, they weren't necessarily voicing clearly. I wasn't voicing mine clearly. And then the next thing you know is all of a sudden we kind of have these assumptions around the way that everyone is living and operating. But again, they're assumptions. Like my assumptions are wrong, their assumptions are wrong. And so these problems like stack on top of each other, right? Until they finally like blow up and get addressed. And what's unfortunate is that the longer you wait, the more painful it is to address them. And it's been super painful, right? But at the same time, kind of working towards resolution there. But I wish I would have done that from the beginning, because after all of this time, it's created pain. Pain for me, pain for them. The process is now super painful. And I just wish I would have done it differently. See, you have problems in your life too. We all do. But you've got problems that you're not addressing. It might be related to your body and your lack of fitness. It might be related to your weight, too much weight or too little weight too. There's a lot of people that are worried about being too fat, but guess what? I know people who are too skinny and they simply do not eat enough out of fear of gaining weight. You could be one of them, right? You have problems maybe with your connection with God or connection with yourself or connection with the universe, and yet you ignore it. Understanding that you're missing something. And you just don't know what it is, but you're not putting in the effort to resolve that conflict. Maybe you've got problems in your relationships like I did with my parents, or like I've had before with my in-laws, or like I've had with my kids and my wife, right? Where we just don't address them and we let them carry on and carry on and carry on without resolution. Maybe it's in your business or your finances. You have these problems, debt. where you're just allowing the debt to build and you're not really taking care of it. Stop running from your problems. Address them head on. Get them taken care of. I want to know, share below, if you have the guts, share below. What is it? What is your problem that you've been running from? And when are you going to address it? Share in the comments below, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell so you get notified when we put out new videos. And until next time, I cannot wait to see you break through.